It's the winter that is compacted and never seems to stop now.
I mean, honestly, here at the Great Northern Sex Cast, I mean, the word northern is in there. So we know there's going to be snow. We're just not really expecting all of winter to happen in 22 days.
Yeah.
And we still have about another 6 weeks here in Minnesota.
Yeah.
And it is getting to the Minnesotans. And we are hardy people.
Yeah.
We're doing this, but it's the all at once thing. There's been no time to breathe.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's exhausting. But, I was doing a deposit. So, in between the shoveling of the snow, people are getting down.
Yeah.
They're getting with you. Yeah.
And they're buying dildos, which is awesome. Super
and we got new bondage stuff that went out. I mean, we're mind you, we were giggling today. Tara looked at me and said, "Did you see the really big load out there?" And we're like, "Oh my God, are we like 15 years old?" And we were just laughing.
Oh my God.
We know, and we've said it before, but we had stuff come, the restock and everything come in from, post Valentine's, and it all went out, and we're just, and I'm like, big load. And I'm like, oh, we really are tired, aren't we?
Yeah.
Because we were giggling like junior high kids over big load.
Oh yeah.
It was really, really funny.
No, I mean, those are the best ones when you get tickled, and especially, I don't know, tired laughing fits are some of my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, people are tired here.
Yes.
But, we got all the stores open. We've been there. I've been getting folks to their jobs and everything. But it's been tiring.
Oh, well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here with me. So we've got a little compilation that Miss Megan will post on the Great Northern Sex Cast Facebook page. Some really good fashion fails. Really good fashion fails. And we've got a dress with a giant penis-like graphic. It's not supposed to be a penis.
I've seen there's a is this the one? I've seen this. It is it's a dress that a lot of female news anchors have worn on the air.
That's a jacket.
That's a jacket, and
it looks jacket.
Yeah, it looks like the testicles in them. And you're just like, nobody sees this.
Yeah,
I mean, we are we really, when we giggle over shit like this in this. Well, actually, the world does. I mean, for Pete's sake,
right?
But I mean, oh my God! So we got a penis dress. No,
we got leggings that look like a gnome is coming out of a woman's ass.
Yeah, because it's. Yeah, okay, that involves a butt and a gnome. That there's just funny right there.
I mean, that's word association at its very best.
Yeah.
Another pair of leggings that look like a building tower penis coming out of a woman's crotch. I like the gnome coming out of the ass better, though.
I know. It's just really, I don't care. I am in my early 50s. I flip through a website and I see that. I'm snorting. There's a snort giggle that happens.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Yeah, so we'll put that up and you can peruse the pictures. Those are always kind of fun to do.
You need something like that because it all can't be the, it can't all be like serious information about sex all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, although, mind you, I was Googling the other day because, I've been home too, sort of doing some stuff. And I'm like, I cannot believe the resources are out there just from like the Cancer Society of America and Planned Parenthood and Scarlet Teen and all these other places that I've talked about before. But I was just sort of giggling, like giggling. Well, it's Googling, giggling, the same thing. And I'm like, weird. I'm just going to work on an information link page on my website. I am not going to rewrite this stuff.
Yeah.
It is spectacular out there.
Oh, yeah.
You need to know something. I think the first place I would obviously go is Planned Parenthood. And then, like I said, and then if you're dealing with like multiple sclerosis and issues with sex or, I mean, anything or amputees, it's just, there's good stuff out there.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
No, and, kind of along those lines, but in a little bit more of a serious note, I learned through an article I did for my other life that the Cancer Society is one, the Alzheimer's Association, many of these major foundations and associations have 24/7 helplines for not only people afflicted, but for their caregivers. Yeah. It's amazing.
You need that because, I mean, a lot of stuff's going on for a lot of different reasons. You're exhausted, but, when it comes to the Great Northern, we're talking about sex a lot. You have issues, but you're still sexual.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. It's just that little tangent here that I was going off on. But I was just thinking about, I think probably because the entire of Minnesota has a lot of aches and pains. And so, I'm thinking that's going to be hard for people to be on their knees and wrists and stuff like that. Lower back. Take it easy. There's stuff out there to research the best way to, still get busy if something's aching.
Yes.
Because believe me, things are aching.
Shall we mock mansplaining for a couple minutes?
Oh, please tell me this is the
vulva article.
Yeah,
you know about this?
Oh yeah.
You want to set it up?
It ran across one of my social media feeds as the ultimate example of mansplaining that I can't imagine that can ever be surpassed. A woman, a doctor, researcher, gynecologist, person who one has the bits and knows the bits.
Yes.
Published commentary on said
Me and
bits.
My vulva.
Yeah.
100 women reveal all was the article. Yes.
And a gentleman decided that he had to mansplain that vulva is not the right term.
To a gynecologist.
Yeah. And then he doubles down and keeps explaining himself deeper into a hole. For all I know, this was, oh God, I think about 3 days ago, someone even said he's still doing it.
Yeah.
Just refuses. And I'm just like, oh my God. I said, if you're going to, don't mind you. There are a lot of people, honestly, that still use stupid ass fucking terms for women's body parts. The JJ, I don't know, just all the dumbass shit people say. Just use the right words. But this is hilarious.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. And, but when he tries to mansplaining, and he's still at it. And this guy's name is Paul Bullen, and he's out of Chicago. So he's a Midwesterner who is in one I just would love for him. I don't know if he's married or in some sort of a relationship or whatever, but if he hits the dating scene and you are found out to be that guy, I can't even imagine.
I know. There's just no way that he gets any the rest of his life.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, no.
That's what made me think of.
It was the most fascinating article. And like I said, I think it was about 3 days ago, the last time I looked back at it. But I know that I looked at it, but I know that another friend just recently posted it again going, he's still going. And that was what he...
That's fantastic. That is, you can't make that up.
No,
that's good stuff.
You wish you could. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know.
But
God.
But real life ignorance is just, it never stops surprising me.
Me too.
No.
This is funny. This is just freaking funny. And I wish... once again, that I would have thought about this. There is a London-based YouTube star named Megan Margot, and she's a beauty vlogger. That's her kind of deal. She had her grandfather put her makeup on her and videotaped it, and it is so cute and hysterical. I cannot even tell you. He's doesn't know what to do with it, and she's not going to help him. So he just does his best interpretation of this thing. Oh my God. Actually, he reaches in and he starts with the foundation, and he gets it a big handful of foundation cream and then starts poking her in the face. But then he finally gets it
blended a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the problem was he fell completely apart on the eyebrow. And I guess that's where it gets just hysterically funny. But he redeems himself with lipstick. But how cute! What a great idea!
What I think is really fun about that is that we talk a lot about relationships, and the relationships you have that are non-sexual help you with your ones that are.
Yeah.
Here you are. This person has a lovely relationship with her grandfather.
Yeah.
Which means that he's probably taught his son or daughter, who's ever his mom or dad, who knows. And then they're learning that and they're going through there. And this, how you relate to your family. And sometimes there's, some people, have to cut them off. I have no problems with that. I get that. Yeah. No. But this would be, you see this and you're like, this is someone that I would like to know.
Oh, for sure. Both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when I read this, I thought this was just so cute. And then I kind of checked out the video. It's hilarious. But I thought, I think I'm going to one night make martinis and tell my husband, wash my face and say, Try putting my makeup on. See what happens, right?
Yeah. I don't even wear makeup. I don't even own any right now.
Yeah.
Now, if I wanted stuff, I'm sure my daughter, who loves makeup, she looks...
She doesn't need it, which is so funny.
Yeah, she's spectacular at it, but she does it really well in houses. And I'm sure she has some stuff that was bought too light that she could put in maybe. But she is not a Caucasian person. And so looking for makeup and looking for videos for hers is really difficult. There aren't a lot of folks out there with her skin tone that are doing this. So she's always adjusting. And I'm sure if she did me up, I wouldn't even look like me.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and I mean, I know how to do it. Let's say something came up and I needed to go be on camera or something. I don't know. I could run to Walgreens. I could pick up the stuff I need, and I would not look like, you know, like Sparky the Clown or anything. I mean, it would be fine, but I just don't feel like, you know, I don't like the feel of it. I don't like the smell of it. I mean, and it smells a lot better now than it did when I was a kid.
Oh my God, it's really different.
Oh my God, I just remember it's stuff that I think that's one of the reasons that turned me off, because I've such an amazing sense of smell.
Yeah,
but there's newer stuff out there, but it's just so much fun. I mean, I'll watch. My daughter comes and said, "Look at my eyes," and I'm just like, "Is that what you've been doing for an hour?" She's like, "Yeah." I said, I'd spend an hour another way, but honestly, it looks spectacular.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? I mean, I'm efficient, but I do not have a knack by any stretch of the imagination. And I'm fascinated by people that are really good at that, because it's hard. I don't think it's easy. It doesn't come natural to me.
Yeah, she follows a couple of guys that do makeup too, and they do it themselves. And I'm just like, these guys are amazing.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I think that'd be a super interesting relationship experiment. I'm going to see if I can talk him. He probably would, because he loves to paint. So maybe he would get really into it. He does.
I know what I'm saying. Yeah, well, there's a difference between a roller and exterior shingles in your face.
But he likes to craft paint too.
Oh, okay. So, I don't know why I knew that. I knew there was a deck and you guys were working on your house, so that's why. Why I went there.
No, I wish he loved to finish his projects as much as he likes to start them. Let me just put that in there.
There's human nature right there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But if I do that, I'll definitely bring my little social experiment to the show. Okay, I have to admit this is pretty interesting. Okay. Virtual reality, you know, we're starting to see it advertised like before Christmas now, you know, and there's actually a hilarious one with one of the Saturday Night Live gals.
I think,
you know, that gal who she's God, she's so funny. I don't know her name, but
I think I've seen the video. It was patched with,
yeah. Okay. This one though, there's virtual reality, you know, headsets that now can connect with webcam strippers. So it looks like they're in front of you in the room. Makes sense?
Yeah.
And, you know, this is the next level. And this article about it, we'll post it, of course, as we do everything.
That just seems, I mean, I suppose if you're a gamer and I've seen some amazing video games. I'm not a gamer. I don't play them and stuff like that. But I know folks that are, and I've seen some of the stuff that's out there, and it really does look real, but it still looks, how do I want to put it? Cold. I mean, it looks good, but I don't feel any warmth off of the images, no matter how good they are. I don't know how to...
It doesn't do it for you.
Yeah, in my brain, I don't see that.
Yeah.
So how they're going to, I mean, no matter how good the 3D gets, no matter how good the pixels get, whatever the terms are, I don't know the vocabulary.
Yeah. I'm
not seeing the warmth of what real skin, what real people do. I don't know if folks are working on that, you know, and stuff like that. I mean, I know that they've done, you know, they've inserted people and done some stuff and done graphics, you know, into movies when people have passed and stuff like that. But I've still never seen anything. It's lacking a visual warmth for me. Yeah. So I can see it. I mean, I know someone who worked for a medical company, and there was a little piece, and he animated a section of a surgery that was missing, and even the doctors who did it couldn't tell where he did the little animation for the surgery, because it was just a couple of seconds that got glitched, and they wanted to smooth it out, and he did that. But that was like internal organs and stuff, and I could just go through there. But I can't. I mean, it'll get there. I'm sure the technology will get there, but I don't. But I just. I mean, then again, people masturbate to inanimate objects. So But honestly, the feel of some of the stuff that we have feels really good. I mean, we're back there squeezing the dildos and poking the butts and all this sort of stuff because if we're gonna, once again, if it's gonna be sold in my stores, depending on the price point, what you want to do, I'm like, is this? Are they going to get what they pay for? And we're like, hey, yeah, squeezing stuff, and it feels good.
Yeah,
it really does. But I'm not sure visually. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, it's fascinating, but I could say, yeah.
The article talks about how the porn industry is always early adopters to new technology. Mm-hmm. But then it goes on to talk about, and this will be interesting to see how this plays out, because they're saying that VR will also cause issues in relationships. So if you're in the same house as your partner, but interacting with someone else, even virtually, are you cheating or not? Ooh.
Well, it's not cheating, but it is ignoring. It's not sharing. Mm-hmm. I mean, that way. So is it, it's it's the same thing as emotional cheating, because if you have someone that you're talking to about issues in your life that you should be talking to your partner, isn't that the same thing?
That's emotional cheating, in my opinion.
Yeah, that is. You are, you aren't sharing that. I mean, not that one person does everything for you. I mean, maybe you have friends that you game with and you have friends that you travel with and you do stuff like that.
Yep.
But when you're seriously talking about life, that's supposed to be your partner. Now, you might have a really good friend that you like to talk about politics more or something. That's fine, but it's still not the emotional things that create your relationship.
Yeah.
And that would be the same thing if you're consistently satisfied by whether it's a movie or a masturbate or something, then that's emotionally cheating more so, I think, than physically cheating, which is as painful.
Yeah.
To folks.
Oh, I think in some cases it's more. I mean, I think it'd be harder if somebody had a real relationship with someone that was close versus a one-nighter somewhere.
Yeah.
I think that even if one involved an actual sex act and one didn't, I think it would be hard.
Correct, yeah.
Okay, I have a cat, but I'm a dog freak. And
I'm like, I got no puppies. I was hoping for puppy snuggles. But then again, we got this together real fast today because it's just been an insane week.
Well, not only that, but it's, when it's this cold, he just has trouble waiting for me when I'm at other appointments.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so, even though he's got a nice little wardrobe, he's better off in my office at home. But being the dog freak that I am, this next story, in my opinion, to me, is funny on so many levels. But I think one of my favorite aspects of it, let me please set the table by telling you that this dog, who's the culprit in the story, is owned by a trainer and a groomer. Okay? So it's a guy and a gal that have this cute little Labrador puppy, Bonnie. Mm-hmm. So here's what happened. A neighbor wasn't home, and she got a package, and they needed to sign for it. And so they came to the neighbors. They said, sure. They signed for it, put it behind the door. Mm-hmm. The puppy came and went crazy and tore it up and got to the contents of the package, which turned out to be a big giant pink dildo, and was running around the house just having a riot, which, puppies are like, woo, I chewed this, I did that. And at first, when the male partner is the one who is the trainer, thought it was one of his fetching toys. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh God, right? And so they were like, oh dear. So they put it back in the box, and they didn't know what to do. And finally, they came over, and she said, well, I didn't know what to say. I apologized, told her what happened. She gave us a look, and then she ran off to her car, and they've never seen her since.
One, it's me. I mean, if I was to do that, I would have busted out laughing, because there's honestly at that point there is nothing left to do
but laugh your ass off.
Yeah, well, actually, there was run away and disappear or laugh your ass out, and she chose the run away and disappear. I hope if it's big and pink, it may be it could be a pipe dream, or it could be, because they come in different big and pink. Doc Johnson makes some big pink ones. Blush is making multicolored ones, but I don't know. I mean, that if it's a puppy, it's going to look big anyway because perspective.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that if it was, if that was a big pink silicone dildo, it was not cheap.
No,
the materials on that, do cost a couple of bucks.
Yeah, and now while they say that they feel awful about it, it's my personal opinion that I would have looked at where it was ordered from and gotten another one.
Yeah, I mean, I would have. I mean, obviously, the invoice and everything is in the box, so
Yeah.
I would have gone over with the dollar amount and that, and said the dog got into it.
Sorry.
Here you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They were very, they were not proactive, which I don't think is, you know, whatever. But lab puppies are cuter than hell.
Oh, we had, did we ever, my sister had a lab, and so that puppy was amazing. And my neighbors have a lab, and the one on the end has labs. There were so many white and cream colored labs on my block because people keep going to the same place to get them. Mm-hmm. And then several years ago, as I watched, you know, the little boy walk the lab down the street, and then I watched them come back, and then before I had a garden area, there was grass on the boulevard, and then the dog just wandered over and flopped. Puppy was done. Done. Yep. And I'm like, well, this is good because I'm going to go out and chat for a moment. I'm going to get a puppy snuggle.
Yep.
And then, you know, you just go through but it was just the tiniest little thing. It was done with the walk. It flopped over, and I just go,
oh, they're so cute. Oh,
they're just, yeah. I love dogs. Like I said, I live vicariously through others. I know that I just don't have the time for a dog.
Yeah.
They're pack animals. We are not home enough, and I'm just like, no, that would not be fair.
Yeah.
No,
and that's I absolutely admire that. That's perfectly cool. I have a certain degree of skepticism about this one.
Okay.
And I really do need to do some more research, but we will put the link up, and everybody else can tell us what you think. So some guys pranked their friend, and they basically got him hammered, and the guy falls asleep, and they super glued 10 dildos to his back. Now, here's where my skepticism comes in. Super glue is, oh, wow, it's so great. It's so powerful. Don't get your skin on it, blah, blah, blah. But when you want it to stick something, it doesn't. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah, I was attempting that. We have a little ceramic unicorn. A little horn fell off. It was at an angle. So I sat back there with glue, a couple different glues for like half an hour trying to put this little ceramic. Yeah, it just, my mom and dad had a lot of tchotchke, and this is one of them. We kept two of them, and occasionally we photograph like nipple clamps and something and different stuff with these
the
unicorns. Yeah,
perfect.
Yeah. But the horn fell off and I was fixing it. But no, I used to have fake nail to do different things. Yeah, my fingers would be glued together, everything, for fuck's sake, everything.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay, you can go on Instagram and look for this. But they were mad at him about something, but he couldn't get him off. They took him to the doctor. They think that he used acetone to get it off. And they filmed like the whole thing. And but I don't.
No. What? That's one. It's incredibly dangerous because you don't want to be. I mean, they took off layers of freaking skin.
Yeah.
Maybe one. One.
Yeah.
That's going through there.
10. That's a little excessive.
No, and it should have been on his forehead. It should have been one, but that's okay. But still.
Yeah. And can I just say though, if you are looking for a glue that's reliable for something like that, airplane model glue.
Okay.
There's a 2-part glue.
Do you know what I did the other day? I absolutely destroyed like half a dozen butt plugs.
What'd you do?
Well, we got these really nice butt plugs in that had some jewels on the end, but because it was so cold, some of the jewels had popped out. And I grabbed the wrong glue. I said, this is easy enough. I can just put it back in. I grabbed Gorilla Glue. And even though I know it expands, I still put too much in, and it spooged out the edges and got on, and I could not clean them up. I ruined the most beautiful butt plugs. I was a total idiot.
Are they expensive?
They were mid-range ones.
Okay.
But yeah, so I was not happy with myself.
Well, should they have? I mean, the jewels popped out though. Like,
yeah, I mean, it was really, really cold, and it was on there, and I'm like, most of them were fine, but these five of them, it was no problem. I'd done it before. It just, it's a decorative bit. It doesn't go in you or anything, and so And I was really, really, really annoyed at myself. I destroyed these items. I was This is also like a week earlier. I destroyed our laminating machine trying to not use the whole piece, and I get wrapped around. I was having a bad January. So I think I'm done. I've also, mind you, folks out there, the other day, I turned on the wrong oven again, and I baked another crock pot. Mind you, I say another. So this is the second fucking one that I've done. So I'm hoping, mind you, that I'm done now. All this was done in January.
Okay.
That I have, in fact, broken all the shit that I'm going to break.
Yeah.
This year, because but really, I was so annoyed at myself for destroying these butt plugs.
Can I just say though that if that's a bad day at work, is destroying 5 butt plugs, life could be worse.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but I'm just like, seriously, I know better. I mean, this March 17th is going to be my 30th year doing this shit. I know what the hell I'm doing. I mean, I was not paying attention, and I destroyed the butt plugs.
Butt plug neglect.
Neglect. It was just very, very bad. I was just such a doofus. I tried so hard to clean them up, even with acetone and different things. I just couldn't do it. No. I was an idiot.
I someday before I die want to go to Fashion Week, and New York maybe, but I'd really like to go to the European one. London would be great. London, they had a designer called Ashley Williams, and they had Sperm patterned jacket, had sperm on it.
Like the print or embroidered?
Sperm printed fleece. Monochrome sperm printed fleece.
I would buy that in a second.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's just damn funny, because if it's monochrome or whatever, so it's tone on tone, right? Is that what you're thinking or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And then next came a headband. That one had penises on it. Then we had bubblegum pink cardigan skirt twin set featuring a black cat print. And then there was some more different things, but yeah.
Okay, so I Googled
penis fleece?
sperm printed fleece.
Yeah.
And you can, in fact, get a fabric from a company called Spoonflower that has either sperms with blue bow ties or pink bows. I suppose if you're doing like making like pajamas
or a gender reveal or something.
I'm not sure what it's for. Oh, here we go. Oh, London for sperm printed fleece. I got it. Oh, I would so wear that. I have no problems with that.
That's cute.
That really is highly adorable. Now, mind you, I mean, the gal wearing it looks like she has escaped from some sort of horrible post-apocalyptic show. What was that? With Australia and
Mad Max.
Shaved her head and everything.
Yeah.
She looks like she's an extra in that. I mean, really, are you just not allowed to smile?
I don't think so.
But that's she does not look happy.
She's starving.
Yeah, I mean, she shouldn't. I mean, personally, if I'm wearing this, I'm giggling my ass off.
Right.
Oh, I would wear this without a problem. The sperm dress is amazing.
Yeah.
Sperm print evening gown. Honestly, I think I'd go. You know, it'd be really nice if this was more tone on tone. You got to look at this. Then some of them were embroidered, like in silver thread. Mm-hmm. That would be awesome. Oh, and she's wearing the stupidest shoes. They're purple pumps, but they've got clear or lavender vinyl like ankle straps.
Oh yeah,
the whole thing. The whole sperm dress is so.
That's cute.
I mean, the dress is adorable. The shoes are stupid as hell.
Yeah, the shoes are not great.
I swear to God. I mean, I can't. Oh, what's this? Okay. More purple shoes, flowers. Okay, this is a great, it's L.com. I don't know what the link is, has some pictures here. Okay. But I'm telling you that this dress with 3 purple bows across the boobs.
Oh, that's cute.
I mean, that looks like something that someone would wear like the MTV Music Awards or something like that. I don't know if you're like wearing that out generally, but, is this sperm? No, this is, there's puppy dogs on this one.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
She's wearing a large tent. Okay, but I would... Yeah. It's cats.
Yeah, that's the black cat.
I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see.
Yeah. They could be anything you want it to be if you don't have your glasses on.
I would wear that sperm fleece jacket in a second. I have no problems with that.
No, it's cute. So there's an article, another really good article, and this one was done at the University of British Columbia, the Center for Sexual Medicine. And it's a really good article about it doesn't have to be sex versus meditation. The two can work together. You can have meditative kind of sex, and meditating will keep you calmer so that you enjoy sex. Really good long article. And, they said that self-love is just as good as meditation. Mm-hmm. So, and sex is also a great stress buster, but they're saying if you like meditation, don't not do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Sometimes you really, just want to, get in there, have a quickie, do all that stuff. And sometimes it just, an afternoon or an evening or whatever, meditative just is awesome too. I mean, the sleep after that is spectacular. Mm-hmm. Unless, of course, you got my tiny bladder. But other than that,
well, there's that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is a bold claim here.
Okay.
We talk about this gal quite a bit because she's really making. I have to give her credit. She's getting a lot of attention for her blog. We've mentioned the gal's name, Nadia Bakoti. She's originally from Australia, and she says if you want better sex, don't do this one thing, and it is ta-da, cuddling. She says that cuddling breeds comfort, and sex is erotic, and near the two shall meet.
She's a moron.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she says, don't start sex by cuddling because you can't get erotic, and I completely disagree.
I have no idea who she's been having sex with, but she's doing it wrong.
I'm just telling you what's out there.
I mean, hell, even the Arlo and Jana's comic strip the other day, because there's a couple in their 50s, whatever. He comes up to her behind at the while she's doing dishes or something, and they're just. It just sort of leads into the fact that they're touching and they're being one with each other. And then, then the next thing you see, she's got a nightgown on the ground, there's just, I'm really enjoying that strip lately. I mean, they barely talked about their son and his wife and their,
what's it called again?
Arlo and Janice.
Oh, Arlo and Janice. God, I haven't seen that in forever.
Lately. Yeah, it is, they really had fun.
Oh, that's cool.
They're having a lot of fun with the relationship of this empty nest couple.
Cool.
And for a cartoon couple, they're all over each other. It's adorable.
That's great. Mm-hmm. That is wonderful. I love this one. Men's most hated sex phrases.
So other people saying?
Yes.
Okay.
3,500 participants in this. So this is a good...
So okay. I like that. Okay. Mm-hmm.
The top 5. Number 1, mm-hmm. with 38% of people saying, "Is it in yet?"
I mean, I'm assuming that has possibly been said, but I'm thinking you think it more than it actually gets said.
What has to be going on that you don't feel it?
Yeah, I mean, I was just going...
Just saying. Mm-hmm. Next up with 36%, are you nearly done?
That was in, and I know about Sex in the City. They use sort of a phrase
that was
like
Miranda.
that. Miranda and Steve. Yeah.
Just get on with it.
But yeah, get on with it.
Yeah, that was in the movie. Because that's why. Yeah. Number 3 with 10%, keep the noise down, so they don't like to be hindered in their enjoyment. Mm-hmm. 4 with 8%, turn off the lights. Number 5 with also 8%, we don't have long. Mood killer.
Probably don't hear that a lot in the Twin Cities. Oh, I remember what I was going to email you, and I'm not sure whether I did.
Okay.
So, that company in Great Britain that likes to do all the fucking studies, Love Honey or something like that.
Yeah, Love Honey.
They have all sorts of graphs and charts and shit like that and surveys, but they came up with something in which one of our local columnists brought up, and you can search this out in the Star Tribune or whatever, that Minneapolis is really, really sexy. We're like number 8.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I don't need a fucking stupid survey for that or a gimmicky chart. Been in business almost 40 years.
Yep.
I can tell you that folks in the Twin Cities, Minneapolis, surrounding areas, and suburbs like their sex toys.
Yes.
And I mean, and then like we're the first person, Fantasy Gifts is the one that brought them to the suburbs.
Yeah.
I mean, and what I thought was fascinating is like, she calls up and talks to them. I said, I sent her a note saying, why the hell you call it not, talk to me?
Yeah.
I tell you about Twin Cities and their sex habits.
Yeah. For sure.
Number 8. I mean, like, which is pretty good for being a mid-sized big city. The area and stuff like that. We came up 8 on their survey of wherever they were doing their probably where they had their searches, and they probably have all sorts of Google Analytics and all that sort of stuff, which is just a pain in the ass to figure out. Yeah. But I'm just like, number 8, huh? I said, I could have told you that shit. I don't like I said, I don't need any gimmicky surveys. I can figure this shit out. Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
I just know what the hell I've sold. I don't know. We haven't slid into freaking Iowa. We sell so much goddamn lube. Oh my God.
Slid into freaking Iowa.
Yeah.
This isn't a fetish, but it certainly is a new concept to me.
Okay.
Have you ever heard about anti-natalism?
What the fuck is that?
That's what I said. Okay. This is a 27-year-old man from India who is suing his parents because he didn't think they had the right to force him to be born without his consent. Now let that just sink in for a second, okay?
There's someone that has some severe parent issues.
Okay. He says he first felt the anti-natalism pull when he was 5, and he didn't want to go to school one day. He and his parents fought until he finally blurted out, "Why did you have me?" What kid doesn't say that to their parents at some point?
Oh, I hate you note. You know what I did when I kid? I fixed all the grammar and I put it back on the door. It was hilarious.
That's great. That's perfect. But anyway, so he's actually suing them, and he says his parents are both attorneys. They're pretty good natured about the whole thing. And his mother said, go ahead and sue us, but don't expect me to go easy on you. Quote, "I will destroy you in court."
Excuse me,
we're having.
cold is still having a moment. So
Okay, I'll just wait for you. Oh, poor Colleen.
So I don't gag into the mic.
Thank you.
The mic here.
Perfect.
The fact that my lip is now bleeding. It's so dry out.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, I'm falling apart over here.
But here's the hilarious thing. He said, "I'm not even unhappy with my life. I just wish that I'd had the choice whether to have one." I mean, you can't, again, make this shit up.
No. I mean, honestly, I suppose there's an argument for anything, but that's that's the absurd concept there, if I've ever heard one.
Yeah. Guess what? Goop's back in the news. Goop is getting a Netflix series. Goop, the TV series.
You know what Goop fucking had? And I didn't bring it up. Like a $900 sleep mask.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then there was this like ring that was sterling silver with a puff on it. It was like another $809. I was laughing my ass off. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I just, here's the problem. The other day, we had this very, very large anal toy in. And I was highly confused by it because I'm okay, what someone wants to do it in their bedroom with consenting adults and all that, fine. I am cool with that. But I'm also just really mystified by this toy. And so I was trying to figure out, and, I said, man, I'm going to take a video of this. And I'm like, then it occurred to me, and I'm not sure what it is, how I don't, when I'm explaining my my confusion over a thing or an idea, how do I not, in expressing that, how do I not shame people who like it? I don't want to do that. I'm trying to find the right vocabulary to say, this is just mind-boggling to me.
Yeah.
That you want to put something this large in your ass. Mm-hmm. But
is it a special request, or what made you guys order
people
it?
actually asked for a bigger item of something we had. I mean, it was a request, and I'm like, Great, I'll get it in. That's great. But I'm looking at it, and I'm just
Like,
trying.
how big are we talking?
Oh, God, it has to be 18 inches long. Maybe the size of a really good, a really thick bratwurst all the way through. It's called the serpent or something.
Somebody puts that in their bed?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know how much goes in, or it's just. And like I said, I don't want to. And I'm trying to figure. And like I said, I've been doing this for almost 30 years, and I sometimes have a very difficult time. I'm not implying any shame or that something's wrong. It's more of just freaking amazement.
Yeah.
But I wasn't quite sure of how to like take a picture of it and comment on it or do something and not have it come out wrong.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to do that. I mean, here I can have a much longer blather about it.
Yeah.
But if I'm trying to like put a picture, a caption under something on Instagram, I'm not sure that I'd be able. It's too small of a space. It's too short of a space to explain that. But I'm like, oh my God, it was just it blew my mind. I'm like, oh my God. So sometimes I'm like, here I said something. A lot of times I just don't because I don't know. I don't want to embarrass anyone. It's not my intention.
No. I know, but it's okay to marvel.
Yeah.
That's fine. Florida guy. Actually, Florida man. Actually, it's Florida gal.
Florida woman. Okay.
Florida woman. Florida city commissioner reportedly resigned after state ethics commission alleged she licked another city official's face and neck before groping him. That would be Madeira Beach city commissioner Nancy Oakley. They fined her $5,000 in January and called on the new governor there to issue a public reprimand of her alleged action. She did not plan to run for re-election. Her term would have ended in March anyway. But according to the report from the Ethics Commission, she licked city manager Shane Crawford up the side of his neck and face and then groped his crotch and buttocks. And her executive...
Well, there's a severe lack of consent and personal space knowledge.
You think?
Oh, my God. Yeah.
A woman said, hey, that's inappropriate. She tried to punch the person. And this guy that got licked and grabbed said that she had a habit of licking men that she was either attracted to or thought she had authority here. She starts like down here and goes all the way up to the point where you can't stand it anymore. And
Ew.
Yuck.
Oh, jeez.
How gross is that?
And how did it get that far if she had a habit of it?
Right?
I mean, this is completely and utterly inappropriate. Well,
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's fluids. There's
liquid.
fluids. Ugh.
Oh, yeah.
Licking.
No,
I don't like to be licked.
One, she should also be prosecuted. I don't know if they don't mention anything there, but
they don't.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So that's what I got going on.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's gonna, we got a few more weeks of winter, but I'll tell you what, it was 9 degrees when I left the house this morning and all I was wearing was a denim jacket.
Really 9 degrees in February is very different than 9 degrees in November.
Yeah. Oh God. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it is.
sure.
It is fascinating. The fact that, I have hat and gloves, but they're in my coat pocket. The coat's not zipped.
Yeah.
It's just, it's completely fascinating what Midwesterners will, and North Coast to some people, but all that can put up with it. And I feel sorry because I'm like, a few days ago, L.A. got a sprinkling of snow. They have no idea. Las Vegas is getting smacked. And I mean, Flagstaff, Arizona is getting like 30 inches, and they've had plenty, but they also have a ski resort. I mean, it's in the mountains.
Yeah.
But I do know that it's up and down. But
snows there.
Yeah. Which is handy because they need the liquid in the West.
Oh, yeah.
So hopefully this will drain into reservoirs and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
But, oh, my God.
Flagstaff is a really cool place.
But
I
went to school there for one semester at NAU, and I was completely and wholly unprepared for college, and I came screaming back home to the U of M. But I love the city. And it was really, really pretty.
It's neat. It's a neat place to visit. But it'll be interesting to see what the rest of this and that freaking groundhog, Punxsutawney Phil, predicted an early spring.
So I hope
fucker.
so. But I do hope that this stuff melts. Because usually we'll have some snow to melt a little. We'll have some snow to melt a little. But if we get all this melted, I mean, we're having a regular amount of snow, but all at once. And if it melts all at once, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, it will. I just remember back in 2013, I was we were consolidating households, and I was trying to move and garage sale and everything else, and it snowed twice in May. Mm-hmm. Twice.
Well, yeah. What did we get? Like 18 inches of snow in April last year?
Yeah.
I mean, so I'm just hoping that I just need it. Everyone in Minnesota needs it to that the weather needs to just mellow a tad. Just give us a break, and so we can recover and we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I know Toro's loving it, and good for them.
Yeah.
You know. And by the way, I love my Toro snow blower.
Oh.
I've actually sort of hugged it. I've caressed as I'm taking off the snow when I'm done. I'm sort of caressing it and wiping it. I was like, "Hello, nice snow." I said, "Oh my God."
I love ours too. Can I just tell you, by the way? So the other day, you know, on these really wicked days, I try to work at home so I don't have to go on the roads. And
which is great because those of us who can't work at home, there's more room for us and less people spinning into ditches. I love that shit.
Yeah, me too. And because so I'm texting my brother and my sister, which is hilarious because my sister's retired, my brother's almost retired. I'm several years younger, but we act like we're teenagers, together now. And I said, okay, guys, what's the drink for today going to be? When it was just speed snowing, right? Snow teeny, and then we got into snowballs, and then it became a snow blower. So we think that would be a great drink that we need to come up with something good for.
Oh, yeah, I think there was something that could be close to that. I was at Fig and Farrow. So I tried to put in a pot roast. I didn't turn on the oven, so I ended up at a vegan restaurant. So it's a very simple. But they had
only you.
Yeah. So I had something called, it was a Minnesota horchata, which was like rum and coconut milk and some spices and what the hell? It was delicious. It was a little strong for me because I'm a weenie drinker, so I asked for a little bit more coconut milk. But the Fig and Farrow has this delicious drink called the Minnesota horchata. And you definitely, if you're in the Calhoun Square Uptown area, and I would definitely go to the bar. I would get this beverage. Like I said, taste it. If you think it's a little strong for you, like it was for me, then they'll put a little. You can ask for more coconut milk. But see, that would be a great snowball because it's all white and it's beautiful.
And that's Colleen for you, everybody. She forgets to turn on the roast, so she ends up at a vegan restaurant.
Yeah, that would be me.
That's pretty much you.